Hello, Taurus. Welcome to your weekly reading for September 25th to October 1st. This is for Taurus Sun and Taurus Rising, and if you're new to my channel, I do a traditional Celtic cross spread. I also use astrology and my guides to help bring a lot more clarity, to get more specific and detailed with your reading, Taurus. I do this because you know I love you. I want you to feel like it's a personal reading, as if we're here one-on-one rather than a general spread. Lastly, I feel that, what I was going to say is I use astrology because it brings a lot more depth to your reading. So, Taurus, wow. What a way to kick off my intro. This is going to be a big week, okay? This is the week with the full moon in Aries. I'm not going to lie. This is going to be really, really big for you. There's going to be breakthrough moments. Tauruses are definitely going through a lot of changes. There's going to be a sense of you liberating yourself this week, okay? From some things that have been possibly heavy, some things that have been just kind of like, for some Tauruses could be like a thorn in your side. For some Tauruses, it could feel like you had a boulder on your shoulder. But there is a sense of something coming to an end. Could be, and especially with like partnerships and relationships. Sorry, I don't know why that is beeping. But Taurus, the reason why, and I want you to know, this is a big week for you particularly, okay? Big week for you particularly because on the 25th, we have Mercury trine Jupiter. Now, remember, we had this aspect on September 4th, the second time this month. How amazing and lucky are we to have this? This is absolutely amazing. Be very clear in communicating. You may feel really good about it. A lot of good luck and happiness around this day. You could receive or hear some really good news. You could even get the good news too. Really big sense of personal growth here. I really love this aspect, especially for you. Mercury is in Virgo, okay? And so that is your fifth house of pleasure, of love, of romance, of creativity, self-expression. And we're going to talk about that because on the 29th, the full moon is in Aries. And of course, this is, listen, this full moon in Aries, it actually it will feel like an eclipse. That's how strong this one is. It's gonna be pretty game changing. Now, this full moon in Aries, it actually falls in your 12th house, and so that is the subconscious. That is like hidden matters. It's it's intuition. It's also even like hidden enemies is part of that. Self-sabotage is part of that. So with this full moon in Aries, there's almost like a sense of you unrooting a lot of things, a lot of fears, a lot of things that have just been, again, like boulder on your shoulder kind of energy. All right. So I really like this. And one of the reasons why is because on this day, Venus is squaring Uranus, and we've had a couple of these. We've already had a couple of these. And this is those moments, those exciting, surprising breakthroughs in what does bring you pleasure, what does make you happy, what will make you happy, what do you find value in. So I actually really love this full moon for you, and Mars and Venus are tangoing at this time. So I really love that. This, you have to remember, Mars is in Libra, which is a native ruler of partnerships and relationships. So a lot of y'all could have been putting a lot of effort and into making relationships and partnerships work, whether it is career, enterprise, or work, and or love and romance, okay? But even still, there is a sense of a lot of you just being in your head about these things, okay? What is the next step for me? Where do I go from here? And so I actually, with the fact that Venus is squaring Uranus, this feeling of breakthrough, and especially with Mercury being very active in Virgo. You remember Mercury was retrograde for what felt like forever. I'm still feeling it today. Mercury is in its shadow. it's almost like everything that you were thinking about during that time, the things that you wanted to fix in your life, like now is a time where you may actually have the most clarity around it and do something about it and bring conclusion to it. This full moon in Aries, again, it is think of it like a purging, a letting go of something. And what really is helping this is Mars in Libra. I wouldn't even say, I don't think helping is the operative word. It's like, it's been so draining for you that you're ready to end something, to move forward into this new direction. Now, on the 30th, Mercury is trining Uranus, okay? Now, the reason why I say this is almost like your week is because remember I said Mercury is trining Jupiter. Jupiter is in your sign. Now Mercury is trining Uranus, the planet of breakthrough, innovation, surprises in your sign. All right? Has been in your sign since 2018. These trines are auspicious. So this day, you could hear unexpected, surprising news. You could be, but also just really use this in terms of thinking in new ways, being open, being curious, and really, really being open to new possibilities around this time. Now, remember, Venus is squaring Uranus. Venus, your ruling planet, squaring Uranus again in your sign. That's happening on the day of the full moon in Aries. So a lot of activity, okay? That's Taurus related. So with that said, Taurus, let's go ahead and get started. See what's going on for you for September 25th to October 1st. Again, this is for Taurus Sun and Taurus Rising. If you know your birth chart, feel free to read for your Venus and your Moon. I would definitely recommend the moon for this week with a full moon in Aries, and Venus, because Venus is your ruling planet and Venus is active, like really, really, really active. It's really crazy with Mars in Libra, like kind of like doing the tango with Venus, which is your ruling planet. But in any case, Venus, and so there's definitely some like home matters on your mind, by the way. Let's go ahead and get started. So, Taurus, like I said earlier, I do a traditional Celtic cross spread. Really brings the best overview, in my opinion. And because it is a full moon sign, a full moon this week, I will be pulling clarifiers. But Taurus, wow. Okay, let me just get comfortable here because we're gonna be here for a while, Taurus. This is amazing. I'm gonna have to talk. We're gonna have to talk. We're gonna have to talk, but this is great. Let's get started. Boom. You got the Empress. I love this for you. You should love it too. The Empress, ruled by Venus. Again, remember, a lot of activity with Venus this week, okay? Think, your ruling planet, all right? Venus has gone direct. At this point, Venus is, pretty much almost there, okay? She's woken up. She's gone direct because she was retrograde all summer long, right? So you are possibly seeing a lot of movement now at home, okay? Home-related matters. Could be your actual home. It could be relationship. It could be with your parents. It could be with your children. Think family, but your home. A lot of activity there. Maybe you're moving. Maybe you're thinking of moving. Maybe you're thinking of moving in with partners. But listen, the Empress, this is all about abundance. This is living life through pleasure, through passion. Remember, that's a big thing for you with Mercury and Virgo still. Communicating that as well. Be sure to communicate it, okay? The things that you want that will bring you pleasure and joy, and a lot of joy. But I love the fact that you got the Empress, okay? You even see the symbol of Venus in her stone-shaped heart there. Even the pomegranates all over her gown. That's a lot of fertility, a lot of growth. 3 is all about creation, the birth of new things. You can see the Empress is pregnant, okay? Also indicating like the birth of new things. All right. So I absolutely love this for you. This is wonderful. There's a lot of newness happening in your life. A lot of newness. You're moving in this direction. There's a lot of abundance, a lot of growth. Especially creatively. As you can tell, it's been a long day. Creatively. I want you to spend some time in nature too. Taurus, I want you to do that. I think that we're going to find a lot of And even go outside over the weekend. You know, the full moon in Aries, it's going to be happening on Friday. Over the weekend, it's a super moon. Just go outside. It's so inspiring to just look up at the moon. All right. So go somewhere in some forest, or maybe you already live somewhere where there's no street light. But anyway, spend some time in nature this week. You did get the Ace of Swords in the heart of your spread. Boom. You are so good. You are so good. You have no idea. You have no idea. This is a big surprise. Like, I'm excited for you. Remember that I said this full moon in Aries is going to be in your 12th house, your subconscious, where, you know, intuition, but also like where the 12th house rules, like, you know, fears that you have to face and phobias and all those things that live in the subconscious, right? And that self-sabotage energy. Well, you just got the Ace of Swords. You're going to be absolutely fine. You're going to be 1000% fine. The Ace of Swords and the heart of your spread, you do see that there's that crown, okay? A lot of victory, a lot of success. Swords are the mental suit. And remember I said that Mercury is going to be trining Uranus. And so really, the swords, the mental suit, communication, logic, intellect. So it's almost like you're going to feel very powerful this week in terms of communicating the things that you need, the things that you feel compelled to say. I absolutely love that for you. It's also like indicating you yourself will have this breakthrough. Again, facing fears. Again, facing things that live deeply in the subconscious. It's time to let that go during the full moon in Aries. But you get the Ace of Swords and the heart of your spread during the week of the full moon in Aries. Taurus, you're good. You're going to be absolutely good. This is wonderful. If there is anything, by the way, if you're signing a contract, there may be a contract that's on your mind, that you, or something that's presented to you this week, okay? Again, you could get surprising news. We're bookended with Mercury trining Jupiter and Mercury trining Uranus, so you could be getting some good news this week, okay? And it could be coming in the form of a contract. Now, another message coming through, there could be something, if there has been some, like, not seeing eye to eye with people, there could be like a truce now, okay? And, you know, also the Ace of Swords is truth as well, okay? Just really facing your truths, really powering up. I'd love this for you, by the way. You did get the Two of Pentacles in your challenge area, so it's not even coming up as like a big message, but it's almost just more like, you know, he is a juggler, but I'm getting more of like a yo-yo energy. So there is that sense of, remember, Mars and Libra still. Remember what I said in my September forecast. You're on that kayak of your life, and you know you got Aunt Sally drunk over here. You got, you know, your friend Bobby doing the Macarena on the front of the kayak. It's your job to keep it balanced. This is that, okay? But there could have been a little bit of yo-yoing going on with it could be like with relationships. It could it's the biggest thing that's coming up. And of course, especially with, you know, Mars and Libra, but also with money, career. There's just, it's almost like just find that balance. Remember, that is key. Now, you did get the Seven of Pentacles, okay, in your crown. So speaking of career and money and wealth, some of y'all may be thinking about that, like next steps in terms of that. That could be a big thing for you now, okay? Keep that in mind. This is it's a really good time to think about what the next steps are, okay? A lot of y'all are thinking about next steps. And you know, this is ruled by Taurus. You pulled one of your own cards. So it really is a time to, again, with this being a very heavy retrograde month and with Mars being very like aggressive in Libra, the sign of peace and harmony, there could have been a lot of heaviness, right? But a lot of draining energy, like exhaustion energy. And you could have just been working really hard. You could have been working absolutely hard with Mars and Libra in your 6th house of work. There's like of work. So it's almost like some of y'all are going to have this major breakthrough around this full moon in Aries on the next step. You know what you want to do. You really had that moment of clarity and intuitive insight in the next steps, okay? What you want for your future. So think about that. And how does that resonate with you? Is it career? Is it money? Is it actual investments, right? But remember, Pentacles are your physical reality. It could be relationships. Just think about what you've invested in up until this time. It may be this week that you're going to have that breakthrough moment. What is truly going to bring me pleasure and passion and what I deserve? I love it. I also love the fact that you got the Magician. Now, if you are a subscriber, you know my readings are a continuation from last week's readings because that's what life is. And mostly because I bring in all those astrological aspects, right? Now, if you remember last week's reading, you had the Magician in your final outcome, and now he's come into your main spread. And so a lot of y'all have begun new things, okay? A lot of y'all have begun new jobs, new careers. A lot of y'all have begun new relationships. A lot of y'all have had a new income stream in some way. A lot of y'all have improved your self-confidence and self-worth and self-value. If not, you will definitely this week. You will 1,000% this week. Is clear as day here, okay? Clear as day, especially with the Empress in your past, and now you have the Magician. The root of your spread, the power to manifest anything he wants. Take action, though. Remember, always take action. Don't just wait for things to happen. Take action, okay? The Magician is all about action. And remember, I said Mercury is trining Jupiter and Mercury is trining Uranus. Both planets in your sign. Magician attributed to Mercury. So a lot of communication, really communicate, okay? But the core message is really take action for your passions, for what you want to manifest, the goals that you have, the dreams that you have. Now is the time. Now, you did get the 5 of Cups in your future. So there is going to be something where you are definitely going to have to let go and not turn back, okay? This full moon in Aries, well, full moons, first of all, traditionally bring a sense of closure, completion, the end of one cycle, okay? I've asked y'all if you saw my September forecast. It is directly linked to the new moon in Aries that we had in March, in the beginning of this year, okay? You can also link it to the new moon in Aries. We had an eclipse in Aries in April this year as well. But this is mostly linked to the one in March, but you can, the energies of the one in March spilled over into April, if that makes sense. So you can think from the end of March to April, okay, what you may have started around that time, what we were thinking about that time. But in any case, with the 5 of Cups showing up in your future, there is a sense of there is something that you are going to let go. Some of y'all may be like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have done that. No, you're fine. You're good. Don't look back, okay? Don't look back. Keep moving forward, all right? Keep moving forward. You got so much to look forward to. And remember, I said I'm pulling clarifiers. So, yeah, if you, oh my goodness, look at that. I love this. Okay, so some things are going to come to an end this week, okay? I said this full moon in Aries is going to feel like an eclipse, okay? It's not an eclipse. Next month, October, we have 2 eclipses. This one, it's just so game-changing, this full moon in Aries, okay? But there is a sense, you see, you did get the 5 of Cups and the 5 of Pentacles, okay? But you also got the 8 of Cups. Are you getting deja vu, Taurus? So, as you know, you got the 8 of Cups in the heart of your spread last week. And now it's in your future. So this is saying you're having this huge breakthrough. There's decisions you have to make. A lot of y'all have power. Things are feeling good for y'all. You're getting to a place where things are really, really good, okay? And I love that for you. Now, in your future, you have the 5 of Cups and the 5 of Pentacles, followed by the Eight of Cups. All right. So very interesting what's happening here, because this is saying that there is something where it looks like a lot of y'all, some things may happen that you, it's almost like buyer's remorse. It's like you buy something and then you're like, I shouldn't have done that. Some of y'all may feel that. And you're gonna have to move forward from it, okay? As long as you trust your intuition, you're gonna be fine, okay? As long as you trust that you're making the right decisions. Remember, you have the Ace of Swords in the heart of your spread. There is this new beginning for you. Aces bring new change. They bring new beginnings, new opportunities. With this full moon in Aries, there's something new happening for you, all right? Your life is changing, Taurus. And spoiler alert, I can't even say the word. Spoiler alert, we do have one of those eclipses next month is in your sign. We'll talk about that next month. Lots happening for you, and it's a good eclipse. But there is a sense of, feeling that you could have made the wrong decision, or there is something that may happen in your future that something happened and you're just like, oh shoot, I wish I didn't do that, and then you just dwell on the past. No, it's all about moving forward, okay? It's all about moving forward. And if you need that support, if you need someone to help you, push you along and say, nope, that's over, find it, all right? You've got so much support, and that'll lead you to the path where you're like, actually, you're right, it was time to move forward. Remember how I said that this full moon feels like an eclipse? Well, you just got an eclipse here too. And this card actually is attributed to Saturn in Pisces. Okay, which is hugely, it's kind of like behind the scenes activity right now. But Saturn in Pisces is in your 11th house of your hopes and dreams. So you're going toward your hopes and dreams. So don't consider anything. If there is something that does end for you, it is time to move forward from it. It was meant to happen, but it's more like you're gonna end it. It's what's happening here. But then you may have moments of like, should I have done that? Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm joking. Because it looks like for some of y'all, it may feel, well, it may feel like it is going to be something partnership, relationship related. That can be career. It can be a client. It can be love, romance as well. Could be friendship. Could be a friend or a friendship that you've outgrown, and you may miss it a little bit, and you may feel a little like, oh, this doesn't feel good. But then you realize, okay, it was the best thing for me. But there is, for some Tauruses, maybe even bigger than that. It could be like a job loss. You could have left a job and then you started a new job, and then you're like, oh, should I have done this? Or maybe you left a job to start your own business, and you're just like, should I have done this? And then you feel for a while that it's just like you're creating in your head like all these worries and doubts and fears, that you shouldn't, because you just shouldn't. But you got the Eight of Cups indicating you're moving forward, because you see he's wearing a red cape, red boots, passion, power to move forward from the things that were not serving you well. You knew something was better for you. Now let's get to your staff, Taurus. Taurus, if you like this reading, it would be so great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. I definitely want to hear from y'all. I love hearing from y'all. And if you are a subscriber, thank you so much for being here. Y'all are amazing. I wouldn't be here without you, so I am truly grateful. I really do appreciate it. So, Taurus, very interesting here, seeing what's going on. You've got a lot going on. This is going to be a big week, okay, for y'all. Big week. You did get the Knight of Wands. I love that you got the Knight of Wands, because again, it's like having that clarity. What's bringing me pleasure? What's bringing me passion? What do I love? It looks like some of y'all are actually going to travel. Do y'all know that? Some of y'all are traveling. Or if you're not, do it. It's a good time. It's a good time, okay? It's a good time for y'all to travel. Now, the other thing is, because it will bring you a lot of clarity, and it will help you, like, go within a little bit. Now, or a lot of it too. Okay. Now with the Knight of Wands, this is double fire. Knights are fire, Wands are fire. I mean, really fiery energy here. Nothing can stop you now. Really going after your passions. You do see he is holding the wand. He has this adventurous spirit to him as well. So remember how I said this week, like, try new things, be innovative, try, like, let curiosity get the best of you. Okay. Very transformative energy here, but really pursuing your passions at this point. A lot of career energy as well. For if you are here for career, just don't let anything stop you. Don't let anything stop you. Biggest message of all: don't stop yourself. Do not get in a headspace where you're like, nah, like, I don't know. You're going to be fine. You're going to be good. Now, you did get the 5 of Wands in your external factors area, which is very interesting because I told you it's a good time to communicate and let yourself be heard, okay? Let yourself be heard this week. Communicate the things that you need, what you're passionate about. Just do not be quiet this week, okay? You have Mercury trining both Jupiter and Uranus, both in your sign, okay? But there is going to be a sense of, with the 5 of Wands in your external factors area, there could be a sense of it's almost like what's really fueling you for moving forward. It really could have been like you could have had some sort of argument with family members. You could have had some not seeing eye to eye with friends, with colleagues. It's time to just really take that sword, very powerful sword, and use it. Okay, cut the things you don't need from your life. Okay, but also, you know the saying, with great power comes great responsibility. Use it as a force of good. Use it in the swords. Remember, it's the air suit, so communication is a big thing here. All right, so the 5 of Wands showing up in your external factors area. Yeah, there is. It's almost like that could be what's fueling you now. All right, so let it fuel you. All right, just have that passion. Okay, feel spirited right now. Okay, nothing can stop you now. All right. Now the other thing is, if you have children, they could be being like around this time this week. And come on, we all know the full moon affects people as much as animals, as much as ocean tides. So you could it could be a thing where there may be a time where you may have to just say y'all, and then communicate. Okay, if you have children, they may be a little but it's more like the biggest thing is like there could be you've been experiencing like a lot of egos at play. It's time for you to take charge. It's time for you to take charge. It's almost like you know what it is. It's like you're sitting by the resort pool. You're wearing your cool sunglasses. You're wearing your you're reading your book. It's a mystery, and it's a fun mystery. And you're feeling the sun. You wore the really good suntan lotion this time, and you're having a good time. But all this like ruckus is around you. Use that sword. Clear all that ruckus. The screaming kids, the DJ playing the music that you don't like, cut all of that out, okay? Cut all of it out, because you are on a path and you are going to get there. Now, 10 of Swords, affirming it, okay? Where it shows up in your spread, I want you to know it is saying that you've gone through it, okay? You've gone through it. You don't want to go through it again, okay? You've gone through moments. Just learn from everything, okay? Just learn from everything. Any challenges that you may have gone through, learn from it so you never have to go through it again, okay? It's like you walking through a forest and there's all these like traps, okay? Fall traps where you fall in a hole, okay? And you fall and you're like, dang it. And you keep going and you fall in another one. Dang it. learn from it, okay? Learn from it and map that out. You'll never fall in those traps again, okay? You're going to be fine. And this is a card of new dawn, by the way. 10 is the end. All this is coming to the end. Sun is coming out, all right? What I also love about this card, young man here, his hand is in the shape of the Hierophant, which is your card, all right? The Hierophant is ruled by a Taurus, and so it's almost like these blessings. It's almost like a blessing in disguise. All of this, yes, it's been challenging. Yes, I've gone through a lot. Yes, there are moments where I feel like I've hit rock bottom, but learn from it so you never have to go through it again, okay? Never have to go through it again. New dawn. Now, lastly, King of Swords and your final outcome. You got so much power. You have so much power, you have no idea. With the Ace of Wands in the heart of your spread and the King of Swords in your final outcome, come on. Come on. You're good. You're good, especially up here. The fact that you have, remember, this full moon in Aries is in your 12th house up here. You're going to be just fine. You're going to be just fine. If you get to a place where you start second guessing yourself or doubting yourself, you're doubting your intuition. So trust your intuition the most, okay? Trust your intuition. You're going to be fine. Let your intuition guide you. Now, the King of Swords, the only king that looks directly at you. Remember, we talked about truth earlier? He's got nothing to hide. He's faced all his truths. No one can hide anything from him, okay? This is that king. I say it all the time. King of Swords. If you lived in the 14th century, medieval times, when tarot came out, if you were summoned by this king, this is the king that would make you shake at the knees. He's intimidating. He's clever. He's strategic. You never know, but he's, it's a lot of power. You have a lot of power. You have a lot of authority this week, okay? You are ready to strike. You're ready to strike. You got your head above the clouds. You're really good here. You're really, really good. And again, with the fact that how much time do we? Okay, we're good. All right. Yeah, you're good. You're gonna. Yeah, you got the Three of Cups and the Devil. Okay, so Three of Cups, all about celebration, all about joy. This is a lot of bonding energy, especially with all this energy with. Venus and Leo in your 4th house. Again, like I said, your domestic sector with your family, family and children is a big thing, and parents is a big thing. But like your family, even your partner, okay, home. But there is just more of a quality of bonding. So it doesn't even have to be your family, but if that doesn't resonate for you, it's going to be something that you're going to be celebrating. All right. Especially with this new beginning with the Ace of Swords, all right? There's some cause of celebration. And of course, it can be with your friends as well. Remember, I said Saturn is in Pisces in your 11th house of your social network, okay? So you could make a new friend, or you could reunite with a friend, or you could... There's so many possibilities here, but look how it's a cheerful, happy, 3 sisters toasting each other. You're good. Now, you did get the Devil, okay? So there is going to be something that does seduce you to go back to something that was not good for you. Pass that test. Don't go back to something that did not serve you well. Okay? This is all about moving forward. Full moon in Aries, remember, this is completing a cycle. This is closure, all right? Again, a lot of it will be relationships related, partnerships related. So keep that in mind. But there is just, it's not bad that it came up in your final outcome. It's just saying that you may be tested. You're going to be tested in some way by something trying to seduce you to go back to something that just didn't serve you well and you knew it, or something like, seducing you to like the dark side, right? The Devil represents like addictions and bad behaviors and, pessimistic thinking, but I'm not worried about you at all. You have the Ace of Swords in the heart of your spread. You have the King of Swords in your final outcome. You got the Magician again. You got the Empress. Like, you have the 8 of Cups here, clarifying both the 5 of Cups and the 5 of Pentacles. Like, you're fine. You're good. I mean, you have final outcome, the King of Swords with the Three of Cups. Come on. So I honestly, I'm not worried about you. You're going to be fine. You're going to have so much power. Remember, swords are the mental suit, okay? But again, remember, with the full moon in Aries in your subconscious, so the devil can be something that's like deeply rooted. But just remember, this is a week to face your fears, all right? And you're going to be fine doing that. You've clearly here. I mean, yeah, you're going to be absolutely fine. But just don't cave into the devil, all right? Just don't cave into, just don't go back to things that you know that are not meant to be on your path forward, okay? And you're going to be fine. Taurus, thanks so much for tuning in. Y'all are amazing. If you like this reading, it'd be great if you'd like, subscribe, leave comments. I want to hear from you. And if you are a subscriber, thanks so much for being here. Y'all are amazing. Next week, wow, eclipse. We're at eclipse season. Can you believe it? This is crazy. So remember, I did say we have an eclipse in your sign, and you know that's a big deal. When there's an eclipse in your sign, you know it's a big deal. So your life is changing. You know what? I feel compelled to tell you this too. And mark it in your calendar. If you want to mark it in your calendar, I think that you should mark it in your calendar. April of 2024, Taurus. You have no idea. April, I'm not going to even get into it, but we are going to have a placement that is very rare. It's all about you. And it is absolutely brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. We have a lot of things happening in April next year that you're going to get very excited about. And it's almost like a hill. It's like, compared to last year, and like things were bad, and now things are just like you are ascending. But it's gonna, like, you're gonna feel a lot more toward the end of the year. But like in April, like it's like you will have people feeding you grapes. You're gonna be laying in a cloud with a harp and everything. Like, you're gonna be fine. Anyway, I talk too much. I'm gonna let you go. Taurus, thanks so much for tuning in. I will see you next week. Okay, bye bye.